Hey guys, Eric here. Out here this morning getting ready to start going through the fence line and clearing some brush off so I can get to the post when we start getting fence built. So that's just step one. I've got my Stihl FS111R, my little Echo CS310. I'm going to swap out the trimmer head for this brush cutter I've got. It's one I picked up off of Amazon a few years ago. I've used the heck out of it. Basically it's just got chainsaw teeth all around it. This is one of those that you don't get just because you think it's neato. You have to be very careful with it. So, but I need this to get some of the brush and stuff along through here. I want to come along and get on the back side of this fence and just start slowly working my way up towards the other fence line between us and the neighbors. This is ours here. It's an old fence that's been here for quite a while. So let me get everything resituated, and you're gonna have to excuse the camera because the puppies have decided that this is where they want to play and fight and bump into things. Anybody needs a red bone puppy? I got 4 of them that needs homes. They are ready to go. Would you guys stop? Anyway, so let me get things resituated around, and then we'll get the trimmer head swapped out here and we'll get to work. Stand by. Okay, we're back. So I just got a basic trimmer head on here right now. So when you swap out, put any kind of cutter head on here, when you go to the Stihl shop, you should be given this little plate and a nut to go down there. This little pin should come with it automatically. There's a hole over here on the top that you slide this down into, and when you spin your head around, it'll lock it, and you just spin your trimmer head off, just like so. You can put your cutter head on, make sure you know which way's up. There's a little, I don't know if I can get this spun around here so you guys can see it. And that's another thing too, is this hole here on this matches up with a little bit that comes out. So that goes on like so. And you put this plate on and hold it. Then you put the nut on. And you gotta watch that because that'll like to sneak out. So it's best to flip your trimmer over upside down. Make sure you get that lined up in there. And basically you just stick your scratch that came with your trimmer and you start tightening it down if you go the right way. This thing is not wanting. It's going to be difficult this morning. There should be a little groove in here. There we go. And always make sure that thing's not set on there just right, and your blade's not on there just centered, you will definitely feel it when you start this thing, and you don't want to risk tearing your shaft up. Also, when you want to put a cutter head on your trimmer, you got to have a solid shaft. Steel, you got to get up into the pro levels. However, if I remember correctly, and I may be wrong, the smallest commercial line trimmer that they have, it does have a straight shaft in it. However, if I remember correctly, it is still a flex shaft like they do with the ones with the curve in it. And you do not want to use one with a flex shaft with cutter head. You'll tear your shaft up, tear your trimmer up, and you're out a lot of money. So it's got to be a straight shaft, and it's got to be a solid shaft in there, not the flex shaft. So I've got that. Put the toolbox up and get kind of resituated here, get this thing started, and we can get to work. Okay, well, for some reason the camera cut out while I was back here cutting, which is fine because once I got back here more than 5 feet, you couldn't really see what I was doing. So let me kind of bring you in, show you where I'm at, and then we'll get set back up and we'll try to do some more recording. Let's see if I can get over this little bit of fence here without killing myself. All right. So come in here, I'm coming in behind the fence line, just kind of clearing up a little path here. With the brush cutter blade, it does a little bit on some of the lighter stuff, but it's more for getting brush. But now I'm working up a little path here. I'm gonna go back and get the small chainsaw. I'm going to leave part of this tree, but this branch that's shooting up this way, I'm going to cut that off because it's hanging up over the fence line here. I'll leave that. But then I got to get back around, clear up around it, up to the fence there on this side. My goal here is once, be able to at least get in here with the mower, which I don't know how well I'll be able to do, but yeah, we got some junk in here we got to get cleaned up, I know, guys. So yeah, I'll get up here, get it cleaned up good on this side of the fence. At least this way I can keep back up with it with the trimmer, and then I'll start working on the other side of the fence, what's left. Most of it's just gonna be pulling the dead crap off of the fence line here. So let me get, like I said, let me get the camera set back up, grab the small chainsaw, and we'll get back with it. Be right back. Alright, so getting alert, my blood sugar is getting low. And I still gotta go to town and do some errands, so I'm gonna go in, grab a bite to eat, take a shower, and go do my errands. Made it a little over halfway down, almost 3/4 of the way. I still got a lot more work to do. I gotta make it down to the end of this fence line where it ties into the fence with the neighbor's property over here, and then I gotta jump on the outside and start clearing off what fell over there and then what's still kind of growing on that side. But already I've made a heck of a difference here. So gotta finish this up, then I gotta start on that fence there between us and the neighbor. And then it'll be fixing this fence and building the other 2 fences that we need for this pen, and then getting the loafing shed and feed room built. So it's a big chunk, and it's starting to get pretty hot out here. Like I said, luckily we're in the shade, so it's not too bad, but it's still warm. And when I work inside for 12 hours a day in a more or less a meat locker. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one here. Appreciate you guys watching. Stick around, see what we come up with next, and appreciate y'all. Bye bye now.